Now, there is a lot of wrestling to react to, right? We had the recent Saturday Live event. That was trash, right? We had a SmackDown that led up to the Saturday Live event that was also trash. And that makes it worse is the ads, right? Instead of a 3-hour show for the Saturday Live event, we had 2 hours. But we still had the same amount of ads that we would get for a 3-hour show. That is a problem. I don't want to sit here and just watch ads while I'm watching a fake wrestling match. Like, you know what I mean? It's not entertaining at all. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, NXT and AEW both put on bangers of a show. I didn't watch the AEW show, but everyone is saying how good it was and how it was any wrestling fan's dream of a show. So, I'll give props to AEW, even though I watched some of it, right? And NXT did a great job. Trick Williams is the TNA champion right now. Right? Like, that is intriguing. That is something that builds you up, that makes you want to watch the next NXT. Why the fuck would I want to watch the next Monday Night Raw? Why would I want to? What was a cliffhanger? That CM Punk beat up Seth Rollins? This shit has been happening for a fucking year. Seth Rollins and CM Punk have had a feud for over a year now. Over a year. And at the end of these shows, right, we should be surprised. We should be shocked. We shouldn't be able to predict what's going to happen. We shouldn't be able to know what the fuck is going to happen at the end of the show. And obviously, when every show is unpredictable, every show is surprising, it becomes predictable. But gosh, every fucking show right now is boring. It's predictable. Right? And then when he has one good show, we're supposed to be happy and say it's long-term storytelling and that he had to have these filler episodes. You don't have to have these trash filler episodes at all. Every episode should be thoughts with care. Like, you think there's any care of any of these episodes that he puts out? That Triple H puts out? That the WWE puts out? No. It's because they don't care. All they care about is money, right? I heard this recent stat. They've made the most money out of any PLE from last year's the most recent WrestleMania. Even though they didn't sell out every seat, they made sure that a seat costs double the amount of last year's probably. So they made more money than they ever have. That is insane. So the story's worse, but they make more money. That's all they care about is the money, guys. They don't give a shit. It doesn't matter how bad the WWE is. People are still going to buy tickets. People are still going to go to these shows and support them. People are still going to support the WWE no matter how bad the product is. And that just sucks. It just shows you they've trained these people well. They've trained these people to love mediocrity. It is insane. It's hard. Like, I would go to one of these shows. I enjoy wrestling. When people are like, oh, if you don't like it, then don't watch it. I like wrestling. I grew up watching wrestling. Okay? So I enjoy it. I know what good wrestling looks like. We've had it last year. Last year's WrestleMania was good. The story was good. So we know what it looks like. And I'm just keeping them accountable. Now back to the main event, right? Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins ended up getting this win because, for some reason, right? The Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio slides in the chair. Finn Balor crawls to pick it up and he gets fucking curb stomped on the chair. This is like the shit we've been seeing throughout a year of the Judgment Day. Like, whenever they try to help, it doesn't work for Finn Balor, though. And he loses. So, yeah, that's how he ended. Then CM Punk comes and, same shit happens, whatever. All right, let's talk about the opening of the show. Seth Rollins comes in, Paul Heyman comes in, and damn, let me just say, their entrance is just boring as fuck. All right, I understand that they're trying to look intimidating, but there's just no character. There's nothing. I can't even, read them. I don't even know what the fuck they're supposed to be. Are they just supposed to be tough guys who just, you know what I mean? What is Seth Rollins' character? Is he still that revolutionary, whatever the fuck he says? Is he still that? Is that what he is now? He's not flamboyant anymore. He's not, as loud and obnoxious. Maybe that's what they are. They're just a quiet group. I don't know. I really don't know. This is why, when I see a new faction, I want there to be some characteristics that is shown. Right? Bronson Reed and fucking Braun Breaker, they have no fucking character. There's no character between them. All they do is fucking cross their arms, and Braun Breaker occasionally fucking barks. Like, that's it. That's all we get. So, and Seth Rollins just says some bullshit. I don't even know what he fucking says in this promo. He just says the same shit. I will be champion. And I don't do this for me. I do this for them, too. That's basically what he says. All right. We then get a match between Penta versus Chad Gable versus Dragon Lee. Now, this was a great match altogether, right? And this is a qualifier match for the Money in Bank. And Penta ended up getting this win. And he definitely needed this win because he kept getting fucking jumped by Chad Gable. And they didn't do the storyline that I thought they should have done, was which Penta just became so pissed at Chad Gable for 2 weeks interfering in his match. But no, they did no storyline, no backstage segments of that. So, I don't know. That's just one of my problems, right? When something happens last week and then the next week is like nothing, is like that never happened. You know what I mean? I don't like that. It's not realistic. Penta should have had some more animosity towards Chad Gable. Like, maybe before the match, had a pre-match promo where he's like, Gable, you've been in my fucking matches for the past 3 weeks. Tonight, I'm going to end this for sure. Or something like that. Like, we then get a segment of the Judgment Day, and this is the same storyline they did with Rhea and Liv Morgan. They're basically just swapping Rhea with Roxanne Perez. Or other way around. They're swapping Liv. What Liv was to Rhea, that is what Roxanne is now. And Roxanne Perez was basically touching Dom's shoulder. And Liv Morgan comes in, watches that happen, and basically catches Dom kind of cheating on her. This is what we're doing now. I honestly don't even care about that storyline. Next, we have Tozawa and Rusev in a match. And Rusev basically just, not buries Tozawa, but just beats him up in like under a minute. And he keeps choking him after the bell. They have Sheamus come out, and Sheamus is looking really fucking buff. Sheamus is looking in shape. This might be prime fucking Sheamus here, man. I'm excited for the Sheamus and Rusev. I think this is a match that Rusev needs, and if he wins, this can kind of push him into that top of the mid-card position, and that's what we need. We need a top mid-card guy right now, a guy that could fight a Jacob Fatu and beat him for his U.S. champion. Wait, is Jake Fatu? Fatu's on SmackDown anyway, so he would fight. Who's the Intercontinental Champion for Raw? Oh my God, who is the Intercontinental Champion? Guys, this is... Oh my God, it's Dom. Holy shit. Bro, Dom needs to lose his championship, guys. This is like... We have guys like Rusev and fucking Sheamus, and Dom's the IC champion. Dom's the IC champion, and we have people like fucking Sheamus and Rusev. Oh my gosh, man. This shit is just like... It's a hard watch, bro. This is why Raw is not good. Look at our fucking champions. Dominic Mysterio and Jey Uso. This is why our show's shit. Oh my God, it makes sense now. Should I just say that? Just put all the blame on the fucking champions? How shit they are? But obviously that's not all the problem. Okay, it's booking, it's everything. But damn, both of our champions suck. We then get some trash Sami Zayn and Jey Uso segment. And every time I see them in a segment, it's some PBS, sitcom, corny segment. It's Sami Zayn like, oh, what do I do? Jey Uso, you got my back, Uso. I have your back. You have my back, I have your back. Every fucking week, we have the same segment. I have your back, you have my back. I have your back. Like, damn, we understand you guys have each other's backs. We don't have to see a segment of you guys saying, I have your back. Every fucking week. It's literally every week. Last week's Monday Night Raw, on my video, I said the same shit. About them doing this every week. They need to cut this shit out, man. Cut that shit out. Some fucking corny-ass sitcom type of fucking writing. Like, I'd rather them beef. At least make it interesting. Have them beef. Have Sami Zayn. You know, I really don't know, bro. We then have a triple threat tag match between the New Day, Creed Brothers, and the War Raiders. The New Day ended up stealing this victory. Not much to talk about. New Day won. I'm actually happy that New Day won, so I'll go with that. Now, next we have the Gunther and Jey Uso face-to-face. Now, basically, it's just them talking back-to-back, and I've seen this so many times. I've seen them fight twice on Saturday Live Event. I saw them fight so many times on Monday Night Raw before last year, before the most recent WrestleMania. I saw them fight at WrestleMania. I've seen them fight so many times this year. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a little tired of this. I've seen so many face-to-face. I've seen so many promos between these two. What else can they fucking say? You know what I mean? Gunther should have just been to the back of the line. After him tapping out to his own move from fucking Jey Uso, he should have went to the back of the line. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Gunther again. You know what I mean? And Gunther and Jey, specifically, as a fucking feud, that is just a waste of a feud. We just saw this feud. And then later on the show, we have a match between Liv Morgan and Kairi Sane. And Kairi Sane ended up getting this win, which was surprising. And I enjoyed that they had some shock value, I guess. I mean, fuck. Roxanne Perez comes in and I guess distracts Liv Morgan, and that's how Liv Morgan loses. Now on to the next segments. We have Sami Zayn walking in the backstage, and then we get Karrion Cross. Finally. Like, Karrion Cross is so fucking over. They show Karrion Cross. The crowd is going wild, right? And this guy's barely on the show. This is the first time we see him, and he's only on the show for fucking not even a minute. This is, like, come on, bro. It's crazy, man. Karrion Cross has better promo skills than half of this fucking roster already, right? Like, there's no reason why Jey Uso is the champion and Karrion Cross didn't even sniff it yet. You know what I mean? But people are going to sit here and say Jey Uso deserves it. Jey Uso's earned it. But there's other people on the roster who don't even get the opportunity to show themselves on fucking TV. And that's probably better than Jey Uso. No one can tell me that Karrion Cross is worse of a wrestler than Jey Uso. But he's not getting any fucking opportunities. And, you know, when he is shown on television, he's gotten himself over, guys. Karrion Cross has gotten himself over without even being on the fucking show. I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of him. I'm just going by the crowd. The crowd reacted when they showed this guy. Not even for a minute. You know what I mean? This guy's getting bigger fucking pops than people who are on this show continuously. Okay? So, if that doesn't show Triple H anything, I don't know what the fuck will. Okay? And that's going to be it for this video. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will be making a video tomorrow, so follow up on that. Peace out.